Ever find yourself working hard, but maybe not feeling truly productive, thinking, is all this really necessary?
Yeah, like you're just spinning your wheels sometimes.
Exactly. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into something that might help sort that out.
We're looking at value-added and non-value-added activities. It's a core idea from lean manufacturing.
Now, even if lean isn't your day job, stick around, because this way of thinking, it can offer some really useful insights anywhere.
Definitely. It helps you see what really counts.
So our mission today is pretty clear. Get a handle on the difference between value-added, or VA, and non-value-added, NVA, and why it matters so much.
Okay, let's start with value-added. What actually is it?
Good question. What makes something VA?
So fundamentally, a value-added activity is something that, directly helps create or improve the product or service.
And it's something the customer actually cares about.
Cares about and is willing to pay for. That's crucial. It has to transform the thing in a meaningful way.
Well, like putting the phone together, assembling the parts.
Exactly. That's a clear transformation the customer wants, building the thing itself.
Okay, that makes sense. But the source material we looked at stressed something else too, about getting it right first time.
Oh, absolutely. If you have to go back and think something, rework it. That's not VA.
Right, because you're not adding new value.
Precisely. You're just correcting an error. It's waste, pure and simple. Consumes time, resources.
Okay, got it. So if that's VA, what about the other side? Non-value added NVA.
Well, NVA activities are basically everything else. They use up resources, time, effort, materials, but from the customer's viewpoint, they add zero value.
They don't change the final product or service in a way the customer appreciates.
Not at all. And you'd be surprised how much of this stuff creeps into our work.
Like what? Could you give some examples? Maybe outside a factory setting.
Sure. Think about, say, writing a report. The actual writing, the research, pulling insights together, that feels like VA.
Creating the content.
Right. But what about spending ages finding the right template or waiting for someone else to send you a piece of data you need?
Ah, okay. That's waiting time.
Or excessive reviews, moving files around constantly, endless email chains just for a simple approval. Those are often NVA. Necessary sometimes, maybe, but not adding value to the report itself.
I see. So the whole point of lean, then, is to really focus on these NVA activities.
Yes, to identify them and then minimize or ideally eliminate them. It's about cutting waste.
Making the whole process smoother, more efficient.
Exactly. Delivering value faster without the unnecessary steps, slowing things down.
But realistically, you can't always just zap all the NVA overnight, can you?
No, definitely not. Sometimes things are needed because of the current system, constraints, regulations, how things are set up.
So the goal isn't instant perfection.
Not usually. It's more about continuous improvement. Identify the NVA, understand why it's there, and then chip away at it over time. Find ways to reduce its impact.
Now, you mentioned lean manufacturing, industrial engineers. For people in those roles, understanding VA versus NVA must be, fundamental.
Oh, it's absolutely core. It's the lens they use to see processes. How else can you spot the waste?
Right. Without that distinction, you wouldn't know where to even start improving things.
You wouldn't know what to target. It lets them find those inefficiencies and then figure out strategies to boost productivity, cut costs. It all starts with seeing the difference.
So it really boils down to developing that eye for what truly matters to the customer versus what's just internal churn or necessary for now steps.
That's a great way to put it. Focus energy on the VA. Relentlessly challenge the NVA.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About your own work, your own day. What are the waiting times or unnecessary movements in my routine?
Maybe it's switching between too many tasks or, like you said, meetings without clear outcomes.
Or just searching for information that should be easier to find.
All potential NVA. And thinking about it this way, applying this framework can lead to some real aha moments. Our sources mention tools like value stream mapping too, which helps visualize all this.
Yeah, seeing it mapped out must be powerful. Well, this has been really illuminating. Definitely helps clarify that distinction.
Good. The key is just starting to look at your work through that VA lens.
So here's something for you, the listener, to chew on. Look at your own work this week. What's one activity you do regularly that feels necessary, but maybe doesn't directly add value to the final outcome your customer or colleague actually cares about?
That's the spot where improvement often hides in plain sight. Just identifying it is the first step.